I was a sophomore at university when I started to lose my vision. Sitting in statistics class, the blood vessels in my eyes grew angry, constricting like a python to weaken my sight until finally swallowing it whole. That was the first time I had an ocular migraine. All the women in my maternal family experienced some kind of psychosomatic emotional processing, meaning that whatever's happening in our emotional world manifests in our physical bodies. And while I think that this is generally true for everyone, it seems like my family has a really extreme or tuned in version of this. So when I got that ocular migraine, it was a direct reflection of the trauma that I was trying to suppress. So I was adjusting to university life. Two of my dearest friendships were crumbling in a very emotionally violent way. And I was also being abused as an au pair, an ocean away from my support system. Naturally, 18 or 19 years old, I didn't have the capacity to really sit with those emotions at all. So my body took the burden for me. And in hindsight, the message is very clear. Either I intentionally move my emotions through my body, or they will be moved for me. And as the years went by, I started to see this psychosomatic processing as a gift. Every time I get sick, I wonder what my spirit is trying to tell me or has been trying to tell me that I've been ignoring. And this interpretation of events is interesting to me because I don't generally believe that everything happens for a reason. I can't always get on board with the idea that everything happening the way that it's happening is divinely put in front of people for some greater reason. I don't think that's the case. But in this particular arena of illness and injury, I'm more open to an opportunity to reflect and to understand myself better. Recently, while I was dryland training for diving, I sprained my ankle. Now, I am trying to win an international diving competition, and I'm not going to be able to train for 3 or 4 weeks. That pisses me off. That pisses me off. Like, why would you do that? Why would you create an obstacle like this for me? This injury is incredibly frustrating, but when I am able to put some distance between me and the frustration, some useful questions come through. For example, what is the point of being ambitious if I don't reach the goal? As in, what else is there to receive from ambition other than just getting the goal? What can I gain from the process along the way? And is that enough for me? Will I allow that to be enough for me? Probably not. No, because why would I have the vision in my head unless I can achieve it? Why would I desire something that I can't have? That's sick, actually. Maniacal. Let me speak into my pretend mic again. I have such high standards for myself. I have really high expectations of what I can do. And I wonder, what am I supposed to do if I can't reach those? Like, what am I left with? And to be honest, I don't have the answer for this question. I don't have any satisfying conclusions, but I have been trying to use some tools to reshape my relationship to that question. What happens if I can't meet my own standards? So the first thing is, I have brought a lot of gentle people into my life for moments like this. And when I say gentle, I mean heavy on the Pisces placements. Okay, real soft mofos who remind me that ambition is not the only way. They help me to soften towards myself. I'm speaking to you as a high achiever. and someone who is constantly rewarded for my ambition. As someone who is really tied up in the concept of ambition, when I am not on track for where I believe I should be, it can be easy for me to forget that there's a person behind this goal. And by the way, there's definitely neurodivergence baked into this, but I'm not currently available to dig into that. So I bring gentle people into my life to help me hold compassion for myself. The second tool that I implement here is similar to what I showed in the goal setting video. I put very active effort in figuring out how to enjoy the process more than the goal. I have done a lot of work, and it's ongoing, about how to find satisfying enough wins throughout the process so that I'm not relying on something that is too far in the future, especially if I can't have that thing, potentially. We don't know. None of the goals that I have are guaranteed. They're only guaranteed because I will them into existence. And so as someone who operates like that, when I get an injury, I have to wonder, what is my body trying to tell me? What is my divine team trying to impart? What lessons do I want to learn from this? This might sound like a very wise and detached way to go about this. This isn't easy. This is an ongoing confrontation between myself and myself. And this is not a Zen experience. I've surrendered to this conclusion. I didn't run towards this gleefully. I can't even run! Sorry. I didn't mean to yell at you. But I feel like what I've learned through this process, it's been a few weeks of this injury, what I've learned is that being ambitious is actually a health and safety hazard. Yeah, it's a hazard to my health, for sure. But this fire is so integrated into my sense of self that I'm not really interested in changing it. You know, I don't even think I could be less ambitious if I tried. So what I want is a different way to relate to ambition. One of my biggest and recurring lessons of this past year has been that we're all hallucinating our own perception of reality. The world I live in is not the same world that my sister lives in or that my best friend lives in. Not at all. And this is what the quantum physicists are saying. This is what your best scientists are saying. And now that I have that awareness, I realize that I have to, or get to, depending on the day, choose the meaning of the inputs that I receive. So if I'm hallucinating anyways, I might as well choose the story that I'm building from what I see. So here I am, out loud in front of you, choosing my relationship to ambition. Ambition is a catalyst. It's a fuel source and a compass. Ambition, like every strong feeling, is just a mirror. It peels away the masks and the armor of apathy. Ambition forces me to look at myself and hold the weight, the truth, and the tenderness of my desire without judgment. I value ambition because it shows me the limits of my current self. It shows me also the limits of my current beliefs, and it asks me to expand. And that's pretty exciting when you take a step back and look at that. Whatever you believe about yourself right now, can you believe more? That's really cool to me. But sometimes I take that responsibility, or I take that request too seriously. And I forget that I'm built to have fun in the pursuit of excellence. Because as I mentioned, I'm not gonna stop. I'm not gonna stop doing cool things just because it's hard and sometimes you sprain your ankle about it. Ambition is just a mirror. And I get to choose each and every day what I want to do about that. Thanks for watching.